morning students. We have started this chapter 11, light, shadows and reflection. Okay, now in short what we have studied I am telling you. Okay, and then we will proceed to the next topic. Now first we have learned about what light is. I have told you how can we define light. Light is a form of energy which produces the sensation of sight to our eyes. Okay, we see objects when light reflects from those objects, or that means the objects on which the light falls can be classified as luminous objects or non-luminous objects. Now how can we define luminous objects? Luminous objects are those objects which emit light of their own. That means they are the sources of light. So luminous objects can be natural, luminous objects can be man-made. Natural means sun, star, firefly, these are all the natural luminous objects, and man-made means flame of a candle, light from a torch. Okay, these are all the man-made luminous objects. Non-luminous objects are those objects which do not emit light of their own. Example, table, chair, wall, wood, these are all the non-luminous objects. Now what happens when light falls on these objects? Non-luminous objects can be classified as transparent, translucent and opaque. Now what are transparent objects? Transparent objects are those objects which allow light to pass through them. That means if objects are, or if things are there behind that transparent object, then we would be able to see. For example, take the example of clear glass or glass. Okay, now if anything is there behind that glass, we would be able to see or not. That's why glass will be called as transparent object. What are translucent? Translucent means which do not allow light to pass through them. That means in simple terms you can see example, butter paper. Have you ever seen a butter paper? You might all have seen. Okay, now if you will see through butter paper, would you be able to see things clearly? No, it looks hazy or not. So such materials are known as translucent materials. Okay, and what are opaque objects or opaque materials? Opaque objects are those objects which do not allow light to pass through them. For example, wall. Wall is there. If anything is there behind the wall, would you be able to see? You are not able to see. So wall will be called as an opaque object. Now what happens when light falls on opaque objects? Okay, when light falls on opaque objects, shadows are formed. Okay, why shadows are formed? In order to know why shadows are formed, we should know the property of light. What is the property of light? Property of light is known as rectilinear propagation of light. What does it state? It states that light travels in straight line if light moves in the same medium. Okay, that is known as rectilinear propagation of light. Okay, now light can be represented, single ray of light is represented in this form diagrammatically. So this is called as ray of light. Okay, and if a beam of light you have to represent, you will represent by 3 to 4 arrows, and this is known as beam of light. Okay, diagrammatically whenever you have to represent the ray of light, how you represent? In this form. This represents the ray of light. Okay, now what happens when light falls on opaque objects? Opaque objects do not allow light to pass through them. So what happens? And light travels in straight line, so light cannot bend around the corners, so it forms a dark space behind that opaque object, and that dark space is known as a shadow. Okay, now shadows, you can say that what 3 things you require for shadow is source of light. I have already explained you source of light. Okay, and the next one you require is opaque object, and the third thing you require is the screen. Okay, these 3 things you require for the formation of shadow. Okay, now till here we have learned now, and then we will today we will learn about the characteristics of shadow. Okay, and what is a pinhole camera. Through activity I am going to explain it. You try to make a pinhole camera at home. Okay.
Yes, children, today we would be starting with formation of shadows. Now, when an opaque object is placed in path of light, a dark portion is formed on the opposite side of object on the screen, and this dark portion is shadow, as we have learnt earlier also. Now, what are the characteristics of the shadow? These are the characteristics. The size of a shadow depends on the distance of source of light and on the angle at which the light rays fall on the object. If the source of light is closer to the object, a large shadow is formed than when source of light is far from the object. The shadow can be seen only on a screen. The ground, walls of room, building or other such surfaces act as a screen for the shadow you observe in everyday life. Shadows sometimes gives a lot of information of the object. And the last one, shadows are always black in color and this is not changed by the color of the opaque object. So a red and a yellow rose will always have the same black shadows. Okay. Now the next is a pinhole camera. Now what is this pinhole camera? Pinhole camera is a device which makes inverted images of objects. Okay, it works on the principle of rectilinear propagation of light. We have learned the rectilinear propagation of light, that is the which is the property of light, and on that property base there is one device which is known as pinhole camera. This pinhole camera I'm going to tell you, it's given in your NCERT book also how to make, and I'm also showing it to you with along with the help of the diagram. And in the next video I will show one pinhole camera made by me so that you can have an idea how to make, and you can make during your where this lockdown period, you can utilize this period for making this pinhole camera. Now pinhole camera, what you have to do is take two boxes so that one can slide into another with no gap in between them. Cut open one side of each box. Okay, on the opposite face of the larger box, make a small hole in the middle. In the smaller box, cut from the middle a square with a side of about 5 to 6 centimeter. Cover this open square in the box with tracing paper. Slide the smaller box inside the larger one with the hole in such a way that the side with tracing paper is inside. Now it is ready to use. Now how to use it? What you have to do is hold the pinhole camera through the open face of the smaller box. You should use the piece of black cloth to cover your head and the pinhole camera and focus on the object you want to capture in the camera. Make sure that the objects you wish to look at the pinhole are in bright sunshine. Move the smaller box forward or backward till you get a picture on the tracing paper pasted at the other end. Now see the figure which is in the next slide, you can see. Now see this figure. Okay, now you can see that there's a pink box. Okay, that is the bigger box. You can take a shoe box, okay, of a bigger size, and one yellow box which is showing, that is the shoe box with a smaller size. And you can take a rectangular cardboard also, you can take. Okay, one should be of smaller size, that means the yellow one is the smaller size and the pink one is the bigger size. And in the third figure you might can see it can slide one onto another. Okay, the smaller one should get inside the bigger one, and even the smaller one, what you have to do is you have to cut off that the last piece. Okay, and you have to paste one tracing paper in it. Okay, and in the bigger shoebox which you have taken, you have to make a hole, and it should be smaller pinhole camera. It should not be a bigger hole, right? It should be of pin size or a little bigger than a pin size. Small hole you have to pierce it. Okay, and this side will be the open end, and from the open side you have to use this pinhole camera in the bright sunshine or where there is enough lighting, or you just move outside your house and see from the and in the sunlight you can see, and from one side that through hole the light should enter, and what you would be seeing is that an inverted image will be formed on the tracing paper. Why the inverted image is formed? That will be more clearer through the diagram which I will be showing you. Okay. Next topic is image formed by a pinhole camera. As it is clear from the diagram that the image formed in a pinhole camera is always inverted. Now why the image is formed is inverted? As you can see, you know that light travels in straight path. So the light coming from the object cross the pinhole and continue to move in straight line without changing its position. When they fall on screen, the rays from the top half are below the rays from the bottom half. Thus, the image formed is always inverted. Now, you can see natural pinhole camera also. When we pass under a tree covered with large number of leaves, we notice the small patches of sunlight under it. These circular images are in fact the pinhole images of the sun. The gaps between the leaves act as the pinholes. These gaps are all kinds of irregular shapes, but we can see circular images of sun, and this is called the natural pinhole camera. Now today's assignment is read NCERT book chapter 11, that is light, shadows and reflection, and the topic you cover is formation of shadows and pinhole camera.